So you're thinking about buying a home in Washington, D.C., and your budget is in the $400,000 price range. Now, as of 2024, the average cost of a home in the United States is right around $420,000. That's going to get you anywhere from a 3 to 4 bedroom to a 2 to 3 bathroom, 1,800 to 2,200 square foot home. Today, we're going to see what that same $400,000 price range gets you in Washington, D.C., because that's where you are looking to buy a home. We're going to be looking at 3 different homes in 3 different neighborhoods, all in the $400,000 price point. And not only are we going to be looking at the homes, we're also going to be looking at the neighborhoods. We're going to be analyzing the cost for these mortgages on these homes on a monthly basis, and we're also going to be analyzing the pros and the cons of all 3 units, and we're getting after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn every single thing about living in the Washington, D.C. metro area, you've come to the right place. Feel free to subscribe below. My name is Bashir, and our team gets calls, emails, and texts every day from folks just like you looking to buy real estate within the Washington, D.C. metro area. So whether your plans are in the next 30, 60, 90 days, or even more, feel free to reach out through call, text, or email. All contact details are in the description below. As always, I look forward to finding you the right home in the right neighborhood. So a couple weeks ago, I made a video about what $300,000 gets you in Washington, D.C., and I've officially decided that I'm going to make this a series. We're going to be going all the way up to 500,000, 600,000, 7, 9, north of $1 million, so you can see what the inventory in D.C. looks like within your budget. So today we're focusing on the $400,000 price range. So we're starting off the day in a neighborhood called 16th Street Heights. It's located in Northwest DC, zip code 20011. It's east of Georgia Avenue, and it's adjacent to the neighborhood of Brightwood and Petworth. So the first home we're going to be looking at is this duplex condo right behind me. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 1,000 square foot condo with 2 levels, priced at $460,000. But before we check it out, let's see what the neighborhood has to offer, because not only are you buying the unit, you're also buying the neighborhood as well. I'll catch you on the inside. So there's a couple options for grocery stores in the neighborhood of 16th Street Heights, all located on Georgia Avenue Northwest, like Walmart, Safeway, and the Whole Foods located at the parks at Walter Reed, which is basically a project that transformed the historic Walter Reed Army Medical Center into a vibrant mixed-use community featuring brand new residential and retail spaces. For gyms, there's a Second Wind CrossFit gym on 14th Street Northwest and Rock Creek Park for outdoor recreation. Rock Creek Park is like DC's ultimate backyard. It's a massive, sprawling green space right in the heart of the city, stretching over 1,700 acres. Yes, 1,700 acres. Just imagine a place where you can escape the hustle and bustle, get lost in nature, and still just be a few minutes away from all the city action. So if you're into hiking, biking, or just taking long walks out in nature, Rock Creek Park has you covered. There are miles and miles of trails through a lush forest. The park is also full of stunning views, especially during the fall when the leaves turn into many different colors. For transportation, you have the Georgia Avenue Petworth Metro, which is about 1.3 miles away from the 16th Street Heights neighborhood. And according to online sources, the neighborhood receives a 86 out of 100 walk score. Okay, so we're going to be looking at this unit right here. And there are 2 other units for sale right beside it, but it's going to punch in this code real quick. Okay, so upon entry, we have our living and dining area. We have hardwood floors, lots of natural light in the space. We have recessed lighting throughout. And I would tell you one thing, that this air conditioning is definitely working because it's really cool in here. So this is our kitchen. We have quartz countertops with an electric stove, brand new appliances. We have our smart refrigerator. We have these huge windows right here. So this is our first bedroom on the first level. Could also be used as office space. Give you a good view of that. So I know, folks are kind of 50-50 on the kitchen being so close to your living area because, depending on what you're cooking, you might have splashes on your couch, stuff like that. Just trying to be as objective as possible here. I know that's, those are definitely things that folks are concerned about. Other folks, if you're someone who doesn't cook too often, you're like, look, I could care less about that. I just want to, post up on the couch, have the TV right there on the wall. Could care less about how close in proximity the kitchen is. So it just depends on your style and taste. Right here we have the water heater. We have our first bathroom. Full bath. Is it a full? Yep, full bath. And toilet. We have a new tile on the floors. Let's head upstairs. So we have this window right here for additional light. You get a view of not view, but you can see the neighbor's yard. We head upstairs. It's just something about that new construction smell. Just gets you every time. Okay, so on the second level, this is our laundry area. So this is one of those hybrid washing machines. I think it's the washer and dryer in one. I'm not sure how effective those are. I don't know if anyone knows. I've never used them before, so I'm not too sure on the capacity it has. So this is the first bedroom. Again, these big windows allow for a lot of natural light to come in the unit. Recessed lighting throughout. We have a full bath to the right. And then goes our closet space right there. Yeah, bathroom number 2. Look at this huge mirror. Now the sink is a little bit too close to the shower, but I guess this has to be closer to the shower than the toilet, because if it's too close to the toilet, then that fails. It's not going to pass on the inspection, or it's going to be an issue on the inspection report when you're buying this place. So I guess they just have to work with space that they had. Okay, so let's head over to bedroom number 2. And you can already see this one receives a lot more light because there are no trees on the outside compared to the other bedroom. So it's also a bathroom in here. Full bath with a tub. Now this tub is pretty deep. You got the rain shower head, and I like this. I guess this would be your where you keep your shampoos and soaps and stuff like that. So take a look at the bedroom from this angle. And this seems to be a smaller closet than the other bedroom. But I guess the trade-off with this bedroom is it seems a little bigger, and you get more sunlight, and you also have a tub. So okay. Yep, that's it. Okay, so let's go over a few numbers. Let's look at what it's going to cost you to buy this unit on a monthly basis. We're going to use the $460,000 purchase price. We're also going to use a 3% down payment and a 6.5% interest rate. So for your principal and interest, you're looking at $2,820 a month. Taxes, $326 a month. Homeowners insurance, $92 a month. Private mortgage insurance, $279 a month. Private mortgage insurance is a fee that you pay to your lender if you do not put down 20% on the home. The HOA fee for this unit is $216 a month. It's quite low, not as high as if you were in an older building and the building had a ton of amenities. That just means more overhead for the building and they put all those costs on you. So pretty low fees here. And that fee covers your water, trash, and lawn maintenance every month. So you can basically use as much water as you wanted to. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not encouraging wasting water because you're not paying for it, but you get the point. So if we add that all up to buy this unit at $460,000, you can expect to pay a mortgage of $3,733 per month. Again, these are just estimates depending on how much you put down, what kind of loan you got, your interest rate. This could be low, very much lower, and it could be slightly higher. Now, let's talk about the pros and the cons of this unit. And if I missed anything out, feel free to tell me what you think might be an additional pro that I left out or an additional con that I left out in the video. So the first thing I want to talk about are the pros. Number one being the unit has 3 bedrooms. And for having 3 bedrooms at only $460,000 in such a great neighborhood is actually, to me, it's a steal. And I was quite surprised when I saw this come on the market because usually in this side of town, what you see priced at this price point are usually 2-bedroom condos. So when I saw that this one had an extra bedroom, I was like, yeah, I definitely have to show this place. The second thing is lower than usual HOA fees. So I've shown properties in the past on this channel with HOA fees in DC that are north of like $800-900. So with this, it keeps the mortgage relatively reasonable and your mortgage doesn't spike all the way up because of high HOA fees. And the third thing is parking. So this unit actually comes with parking in the back. There's also ample street parking because this property is located on 13th and Longfellow Street, which is a primarily residential area. So it's not as dense. There are not a lot of small businesses and establishments around the area that take up all the parking space. So even if the unit didn't have parking on the outside, there's ample street parking. And we all know how important that is in DC. Now, as far as cons go, there's only one thing I could think of, and that was the smaller kitchen and how close in proximity it is to your living area. But hey, I would assume the type of person who's going to buy this unit isn't looking for a whole bunch of space. And like I said earlier, some folks might not even care too much about that. So that's all I have for the pros and cons of this unit. If you think about anything else, good or bad, be sure to put that in the comments and let's talk about it. Let's head over to the next neighborhood. Right, so we're at property number 2 in neighborhood number 2 for the day. I'm actually on top of the rooftop deck of the unit we're going to be taking a look at. It's a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 600 square foot condo priced at $410,000, located in the Eastern Market, Hill East neighborhood in Southeast Washington, D.C. Now, we're only about a mile to a mile and a half away from the U.S. Capitol. The U.S. Capitol, you know, where all that political stuff happens. Yes, we're in close proximity to there, and we're in a very vibrant neighborhood, very walkable, lots of amenities that I can't wait to share with you. Now, you can actually see the Anacostia River from this view. So this unit has, you know, this lovely view. As you can see, there's new construction happening everywhere on this block. There's been tons of new development in the area as of the last, 5 to 10 years. So without further ado, let's check out the neighborhood and then I'll see you in the unit. So Eastern Market is essentially in the heart of Capitol Hill. I guess you can call it a tiny subsection of Capitol Hill. It's a vibrant and historic neighborhood that's about 1.5 miles southeast of the U.S. Capitol. So it has a very strategic location, which makes it an integral part of the Capitol Hill community, with easy access to key amenities in the area, from fun places to eat, ice cream shops, a few options for outdoor dining in the spring and summer seasons, and also a few coffee shops. So if you like to hit the gym often and get your workout going, there are also a few options like Orange Theory Fitness and District Yoga. For transportation, there are actually 3 metro stations in the neighborhood. So the closest one is the Eastern Market Station on Pennsylvania Avenue, and further down Pennsylvania Avenue is also the Potomac Avenue Metro Station. So depending on what street you lived on off Pennsylvania Avenue, you have both these options at your disposal. For grocery shopping, there are a few options in the neighborhood. There's a Trader Joe's on Pennsylvania Avenue and a Safeway on the intersection of Kentucky Avenue and D Street Southeast. For parks and outdoor recreation, which comes in very handy, especially in a big city like DC, there's Lincoln Park, which covers approximately 7 acres of green space and mature trees, making it the largest park in Capitol Hill. So with all these amenities being in such close proximity to the condo we're going to be looking at, according to online sources, Eastern Market receives an 87 out of 100 walk score. Okay. So we have, I would assume, living area, dining area, and of course the kitchen. Now, when I initially looked this property up online, it was staged. So they had furniture, they had a couch right there, a dining table, and it gave you a sense of how the space could be utilized. But upon coming here, I'm finding out that the furniture has been taken out. But I mean, you can still get a good sense of how the space could be utilized. It's just always better when you have furniture so you can see what's really going on. But anyway, pantry. Hardwood floors. We've got lots of light coming in. We have 3 windows in the living room, recessed lighting throughout. Kitchen area. Nice size island for additional countertop space because we don't have a lot of space over there. So additional space right there. You can also set up some bar stools right here in addition to your dining area, right? Got a gas stove. Now, this unit is listed at 700 square feet, but it doesn't really, it feels a slightly bigger, just being in the unit. Laundry area, bathroom, and this is our bedroom. So you could definitely fit a king size in this room, no issue. We have tons of closet space. This goes all the way down. So closet space would not be an issue in this condo. Give you a good view of the entire space. Now, if we look out this window, we can see there's been lots of new construction units going up, 1, 2, 3. And this is how we create more space in DC. So these properties were actually one of these before, right? So they did an additional 1 or 2 levels up, and they did a bump out in the back to create, an additional 3, 4, 5, 6 units. That's how we create space in DC, because there's a There's basically no land in DC, and when land comes on the market, it's super expensive. So let's look at some numbers. Okay, so I know you're probably thinking, I'm only getting a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 700 square foot unit for $700,000. Yes, you're correct. In fact, you're absolutely correct. But here's the thing, guys. If you want to be in the city and you want to be in close proximity to all your amenities, grocery shopping, dinner, nightlife, the gym, and you're also close to Capitol Hill on top of that, location is everything. So if that's a priority for you, then the $410,000 price tag might not be as outlandish as if you were looking for a house, 3-bedroom, 2-bath plus, maybe 1,800, 2,000 square feet, then this price is gonna be absolutely ridiculous. But you have people paying these prices every day because they're willing to trade off space for convenience. So it's all about personal preference. There's no wrong or right ideology here. It's just about your lifestyle and what you prefer. So let's go over a few numbers here. So at the $410,000 price tag, we're gonna use a 6.5% interest rate and a 3% down payment. The principal and interest payments totals $25.14. Taxes $224 a month. Homeowners insurance $82 a month. Private mortgage insurance $249 a month, and the HOA fees for this unit are $379 a month. So all of that totals $3,447 a month if you were to buy this unit. So let's talk about a few pros. And the very first thing on the list before the unit is the neighborhood. You're very close to a lot of amenities. You're close to 3 metros. You're close to 2 to 3 different grocery stores, less than 1.5 miles away from Capitol Hill. So if you worked on the Capitol, you can basically walk, or maybe not, 1.5 miles is a good walking distance, but you're pretty much close to everything. Now, the second thing is, even though this is a 700 square foot unit, it actually feels more like 800 just being here in person. It might not look like that on camera, but I can assure you this unit looks bigger than what's actually stated on the square footage. Number 3, the roof deck. You have outdoor space because a lot of times in the city, it can get quite congested, and outdoor space is always a plus. Just to get sunlight, fresh air, because it's really difficult to get sunlight these days because we're all cooped up in our homes, in offices. So the roof deck, definitely a plus. And also a washer and dryer in unit. That comes in so handy because I know sometimes a lot of people are adverse to living in a building where they have to share a washer and dryer in the common area. And last but not least, this unit actually has an assumable loan. So let me explain what that means. If you are in the military, you're entitled to a VA loan. So this person bought this property at a 4% interest rate. Right now, rates are around 6.5%. This person bought this home at a 4% interest rate. So if you are VA, you can actually assume this loan at 4% rather than paying today's rates of 6.5%. And that's going to drop that mortgage all the way down from $3,400 a month to $2,800 a month. Now let's talk about the cons. And the only thing I can think of was this unit does not have any dedicated parking. Now, luckily, this unit is located on a very quiet street. It's actually a residential street, so there are not a lot of businesses in close proximity. And what happens when businesses are in close proximity is a lot of those customers go into these establishments, they're gonna be parking on the streets. So that takes up your parking spots if you live in a neighborhood. So if you got the zone sticker for this neighborhood from the DMV, you can literally park on the street all day long without having to worry about getting ticketed. So that's all I got for this unit. Let's head over to the next neighborhood and see what's going on over there. Okay, so the third and final home in the last neighborhood we're going to be looking at is a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, just under 2,000 square foot townhouse. No more condos. In the neighborhood of Randle Heights. If you're not familiar with Randle Heights, it's a neighborhood just east of Anacostia. It's in the 220 zip code. So 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath, townhome priced at $487,000. It's a 3-level home. So let's go inside and see what it has in store. But first, let's check out the neighborhood. In Randle Heights on Alabama Avenue at the shops at Park Village, you have a giant grocery store and pharmacy. You also have places to eat like Pizza Boli's, a barbershop, dry cleaners, a dental office, and many more. Further up Alabama Avenue, you have a Safeway as an additional option for groceries and also a Starbucks, which I have no idea how or even why it's still open, because right across the street at the newly built Skyland Town Center is DC's first and only drive-through Starbucks. So I can only assume all the customers flock to this location because of the convenience of the drive-through. But anyway, there's also a Lidl food market as a third option for groceries, and a few other inexpensive places to eat like Meze and Maisel, which serve Mediterranean and Latin food. And oh, let's not forget and pizza as well. If you own an electric vehicle, you can definitely take advantage of these Volta charging stations and charge up while you grab a bite to eat or do some grocery shopping. On Pennsylvania Avenue, about 2.5 miles away, is a Planet Fitness gym for your daily workouts, and the Congress Heights Metro Station services the Randle Heights neighborhood. According to online sources, Randle Heights receives a walk score of 65 out of 100. So the first thing that grabs my attention with this home are the hardwood floors. I just love the color and the quality. Just gives off that, wood essence. Really love the floors. And so you can see, this is our living area. There's also a coat closet right here. You walk in. Recessed lighting, dining. Those shelves are not built in, so they can be removed. And we have this additional nook right here for, I guess this could be an island. This is our first powder room, sorry, half bath. I like the aesthetic, so the wallpaper matches the cabinets in there. And the laundry is actually on the first level. Yeah. This is our kitchen. Electric stove. Granite countertops. And this is our pantry. Pretty huge. We have the microwave. Like the woodwork throughout the home. We have additional floating shelves right here for storage. So let's head upstairs now and see what's up there. The second level. So on this second level, we have two additional bedrooms. We have this one and this one as well. So let's check this one out first. It's a king size bed. We have our full bath. So this bathroom is actually shared with that room over there, which we'll check out in a second. We have more floating shelves. I really like the aesthetic of this place. It has a lot of character, right? So I'm thinking the owners probably renovated this home. Yes, as a matter of fact, that's what they did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up pictures on the screen, just so you can see what this home looked like before the owners made their renovations to it. So we have a walk-in closet. Again, we have the blue. And this is the second room on the second level, which was used as an office space. Pretty sizable room as well. Yeah. Oh, I guess that's a safe. Okay. Let's head back out. Going up to the third level. On this level, we have an additional bedroom, and now the listing has this as a 4-bedroom house, but as of right now, there are only 3 real bedrooms. This one and 2 downstairs, but this could be used as an additional space. They have this set up as a gym right now, but you can just seal this off with, maybe some drywall, or just put a barn door, and you can just make this an additional, your 4th bedroom, right? Because you already have 2 windows. You can just, wouldn't be too much of a hassle to install a closet in here. But if you didn't need the extra 4th room, this works just fine. So they have this padding to protect the hardwood floors when they're working out. So pretty good stuff. I like this home. Seems like they've really taken good care of it. So we have our water heater right there. Not much to see. HVAC. And then this bedroom. So all the rooms are decent sized. Right? Then we have these barn doors, which leads to the closet. So it seems like the theme here is all bedrooms share a bathroom, or there's a bathroom in the middle of both bedrooms. So no one really gets an entire bath to themselves. Again, we have this blue theme going on. Linen shelves. More storage space right here. Okay, so let's jump right into it. What is it going to cost you on the monthly mortgage if you bought this home at $478,000 in Randle Heights in Southeast? Again, using a 3% down payment, 6.5% interest rate, your principal and interest payments come up to $29.86 a month. Taxes, $245 a month. Homeowners insurance, $97 a month. Private mortgage insurance, $295 a month. And there's a small HOA fee of $78 a month. You tally that up, we're looking at around $3,702 per month if you were to buy this home at this price point. So let's talk about some pros and cons. Now, for the pros, the first thing that stood out to me upon entry was the homeowners of this property. They really took good care of this property. So it gives you peace of mind as a buyer when you walk into a home like this and you see everything has been meticulously renovated. It smells good, it looks good, it feels good. Those are just positive signs that the people who lived here really took good care of their home. So most likely you wouldn't have to worry about any major issues. That's just the first sign. Now, I'm not saying there couldn't be anything wrong with it that might pop up on a home inspection, but as they say, first impressions are everything and they go a long way. 2, all the bedrooms are good sizes and they all have a decent amount of closet space, which can be a challenge a lot of times in DC. I mean, we're looking at a home where every single bedroom can actually fit a king size bed. I'm telling you right now, unless you're spending north of $1.2 million, and again, that depends on the neighborhood, finding a house where all rooms can fit a king size bed is an anomaly in DC. It's not too common. And lastly, it's just the right amount of space. It's not too small, not too big. It falls right there in that middle ground, 2,000 square feet. Can't go wrong with that. Now, so as far as cons go, I'm just going to bunch these 2 in one. So the first thing is there are not a lot of amenities in the area. And 2, which could also be 1, is it's not the most walkable areas. Except for the Giant on Alabama Avenue, majority of the other amenities you're gonna have to drive. So it's not like the second neighborhood we just saw in Eastern Market where you can walk out your front door and you can just walk to everything. This neighborhood is a lot more residential. You see a lot more townhomes and single family homes. So if you're willing to make that sacrifice for more space, then hey, again, there's no right or wrong ideology. It just comes down to your lifestyle and what you're willing to trade off. So if you're willing to trade off walkability and close proximity to amenities for more space and get an actual house and not a condo, this might be a great option. And just going back to the pros on how I think they took really good care of this home, I'm just going to put up some pictures on the screen so you can actually see what this property looks like when they bought it a couple of years ago. So as you can see on the screen, these are the pictures from when they bought the home. And this home has definitely come a long way. You can see they've made a lot of renovations to the kitchens, the bathrooms, the bedrooms. They've done some paint. They put in this brand new flooring. So whoever buys this home, I'm pretty sure they're going to be happy with their purchase. So that's it for the neighborhood and house tours. If you have goals of buying a home and it falls within the $400,000 price range, feel free to reach out through call, text, or email. All contact details are below in the description. Look forward to helping you find the perfect home in the perfect neighborhood. Till next time, I'll see you in the next neighborhood.